Delegate Butler, it's hard to see you. We might need, it's hard to see the lighting. It just looks like a man with a beard. I hope it's you.
It's a silhouette.
Welcome everyone to the Ways and Means voting session. We have 2 pages of bills on our list, both from our Education Subcommittee and our Revenue Subcommittee. The second page is bills that have been withdrawn by the sponsor, but that we still have to officially take a vote on. We'll go in order of the bills, starting with House Bill 6. Delegate Lupke, can you explain?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 6 is very similar to a bill that passed the House unanimously last year, but got caught up in the early closure of session. As introduced, it would change the title of the person in charge of TEDCO, as well as add some members to the board. Delegate Barnes introduced an amendment to, which actually was brought up during the hearing, that would require on an ongoing basis that at least one of the 2 college and university members of the board of TEDCO would have to come from one of the HBCUs in the state. That essentially codifies and makes permanent current practice. Right now, the 2 university members on TEDCO's board are from, I believe, UMBC and Morgan State. So this would, the amendment would ensure that HBCUs had a representative on the board on an ongoing basis. So the subcommittee was unanimous on both the amendment and the bill. Move the amendment, Madam Chair.
Is there a second? Are there any questions about the amendment? We will do voice votes when it seems like everyone is in favor, and then or everyone together, and then we will take a roll call if there's more than a few that are against it. Does that work? And I should have asked you in advance, Haven, Delegate Shoemaker, where you were on a lot of the bills. I think there was a second on that amendment. All those in favor of the amendment say aye or thumbs up or both.
Aye.
Aye.
And then most importantly, anyone opposed and any abstentions. Just want to make sure it's very clear. I'm seeing no opposed and no abstentions. All right, on the bill as amended, Delegate?
Move the bill as amended.
Second.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any questions on the bill itself? And if you remember that TEDCO ED was there supporting it. All those in favor of the bill?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Thank you.
Sure, that's Delegate Feldmark's one bill for the session.
All right. I want to make sure.
This is District 12, Delegate Feldmark.
I'd like to make sure that Sarah and Pat are good with the recording of these votes before I move on to the next one. We good?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are good.
Yeah, we're
Thank
just trying to see if there's anyone that's not on what we can see.
My jacket.
There's 2 people that are absent right now, Delegate Buckle and someone help me out. Who else is missing? There's only 21 of us here.
Delegate Smith.
Thank you.
Delegate Smith.
Delegate
I assume
Buckle and Delegate Smith aren't here. Everyone else is.
they're excused?
Yes,
Okay.
I heard from one of the 2, but I'm feeling generous today. House Bill 171, Mr. Washington.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Let me make sure I say that correctly. Thank you, Madam Chair. HB 171 requires MSDE to make public in an electronically disaggregated spreadsheet format all discipline-related data at the state, local, and school level. This bill passed out of this committee unanimously and nearly passed out of the House unanimously. I moved the bill.
Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any questions on this bill? Thank you for reminding us how well it did last year. All those in favor of the bill?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, Sarah and Pat, those were all yeses. The next bill, House Bill 237, Delegate Washington.
That bill is no longer on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. House Bill 320.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 320 repeals a statutory requirement that MHEC collect vocational data, including data on who holds an industry certificate or an occupational data and personal data, including people's names, dates of birth, and social security numbers, and gives MLDS the authority to collect the data instead. Under current law, MHEC must transfer the data it collects to MLDS but MLDS is not authorized to collect the data itself. So this bill authorizes that. This bill passed out of this committee unanimously last year, and out of the House, and move this bill favorably.
Is there a second? All right. Thank you. The motion and a second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Okay, keep the hands up opposed. Delegate Long and who else?
Delegate Butler.
Delegate Long and Delegate Boatler are opposed. Any abstentions? And Sarah and Pat, just let me know when you're, have that.
Ready, we're good.
Okay, that was just Long and Boatler against that one. I'm sorry, House Bill 373, Delegate Washington?
That bill has been special ordered, Madam Chair, for this voting list.
Okay, and then I actually skipped over. Delegate Lutke, House Bill 358.
Thank you, Madam Chair. House Bill 358 is the income tax checkoff for the Veterans Trust Fund, which this committee has passed unanimously and the House has passed unanimously for the last couple of years. Here's hoping that the Senate sees the light this year. Move favorable.
Second.
Any questions on this bill? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you. And here's hoping the Senate with all those former House members support this bill.
Yeah.
House Bill 394, Delegate Washington, Mr. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This bill prohibits a local school system from charging a student a fee to enroll in a summer school course if the student is enrolled in the school system. This bill moved favorably last year unanimously and went over to the Senate, and for 2 years in a row, we're hoping that the Senate sees the light again. And so for those reasons, I ask for a favorable report on this great bill.
Is there a
Second.
second? Thank you. Thank you, Delegate Ivy. Any questions on this bill? All right, thank you. Wait, before we vote on the bill by Delegate Smith, how about I admit her into the room? There.
Okay.
Delegate Smith, we're about to vote on your bill. I hope you're voting.
Can I move to special order this bill? No, I'm joking.
No, it was already moved and seconded, Delegate Smith. All those in favor of House Bill 394, signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, thank you. That too, Sarah and Pat, was unanimous. I will try to indicate that every time, and if I'm wrong, please jump in and make sure I notice. I believe there is a second page from withdrawn bills, though I don't have those in front of me.
Madam
What was
Chair,
on that list, Sarah? Was that shared with everyone today?
Yes,
Okay,
Yes.
my bad.
it was
Oh.
immediately behind the first voting.
Okay, can somebody put the bill numbers just for,
Madam Chair, it's House Bill 177, House Bill 192, and House Bill 412. I move unfavorable as a consent calendar on the withdrawn bills.
Second.
and again, members, that's something that we will typically do. I assume there aren't any questions here. All those in favor of the unfavorable, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, thank you all. Before we go, just in terms of announcements, next week we have hearings on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We also have a briefing on Tuesday and Wednesday. We do not have hearings on either Monday or Friday next week. Probably after next week, we will be moving into Monday and Friday hearings. So next week, we do not. Are there any subcommittees that can make announcements right now for next week? Delegate Ebersol?
Early Childhood Subcommittee will meet Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
And anyone else?
Madam Chair, revenues, we haven't been able to determine the date yet, but likely towards the end of next week.
Okay. All right, just stay tuned, and every subcommittee's member's staff person is taking care of that Zoom. So unlike the practice that Sarah and Haley have had, be patient with the subcommittees as someone new is dealing with the Zoom, and we'll all figure this out together.
Madam Chair.
Everyone, yes, Alistair. Did you have something? So my God, I
Kevin.
use your voice with Delegate Hornberger.
Yeah, that's okay.
Just real quick, what were the two bills that were special ordered off the list?
Well, one of them was House Bill 237. That actually wasn't special ordered. It had been assigned to the Education Subcommittee when it should have
Okay.
been early childhood. So that just. Um, And then the other was House Bill 373. And I think that's Delegate Wilson's bill on, I think, sexual abuse. I
Okay.
think there were just some amendments, some issues that the group was taking up.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right, Sarah and Pat, you have a hand up?
Yes, could Delegate Smith give us what her votes will be for bills number 6, 171, 320, and 358 before she leaves?
Yes. She just said aye.
Okay, that works.
You can put her down for all of them.
Sounds
All
good,
right.
thank you.
Anything else for the good of the group? All right, everyone, stay healthy. See you next week.
Have a great weekend.
But
Great
see you on
weekend.
Zoom.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, all.
Everyone.